Hey, my loves, welcome back to another episode of 100% Lavish. Y'all, today I just wanted to come and talk about some things that I have been realizing. Now, this isn't like my normal messages, so this is more like a chit chat, so stay tuned for the ride. Okay, so y'all, I've been realizing that like when it comes to me, I'm like that friend that people come to vent. Like I'm like that healer friend. Like I'm that friend that people come to and they like, yeah, I need this and whatever. And I'm starting to realize that recently I have bottled up so much that when people ask me if I'm okay and I'm like finally honest and I tell them like the 100% truth, it feels so uncomfortable for me. And the reason that it feels so uncomfortable is because I'm like, damn, was I not supposed to say that? Or did I just trauma dump? And it's not even that I'm trauma dumping. It's just like, because one thing about me, I'm not going to say anything about how I feel unless like somebody asks. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like when people ask and I get to that point where I'm like, you know what, fuck it, stop holding back and just say this shit. I be feeling so fucking weird. And it's just because I know that that's not something that I'm really used to. Because when I do vent to people, I've realized that oftentimes when I vent to people, it's like they don't be having a time for me. And it's not in a bad way. Like I really appreciate everybody who even takes the time to even listen to me. But I've noticed that sometimes like they don't be having either the responses that I'm looking for. Because like, no offense, I don't want to just hear it's gonna be okay. Like I want to hear something like, yeah, I see you and I completely understand what it is that you are going through. And just know that at the end of the day, like, you don't have to be so hard on yourself. Like, it's okay to go through what you are going through, and you're still human. Like, I fuck with you with flaws and all. Like, sometimes that's what I want to hear. Not just, oh, it's gonna be okay. Like, no offense, that shit is annoying as fuck. Like, I don't know if it's just me. I really strongly hate when somebody tells me it's gonna be okay, because I know that it's gonna be okay, but we're in the right now. I'm talking about the right now feeling, and I've noticed that. And because of that, sometimes I realize that that's the reason that I self-isolate a lot. That's the reason that I just go within and I don't say anything to nobody, because it's kind of like I don't really have people who are like me to give the feedback like me. And I've always felt like I wanted to talk about things like this all the time, and like I be wanting to speak upon it, but it's just like you can't speak upon those things with certain people, because certain people are just surface level and they're not going to understand what you're talking about. And because they're not going to understand what you're talking about, it's going to feel like a pointless conversation. And that's exactly why I be making videos like this, and that's exactly why like I just vent on videos like this, because I know there's somebody out there who does understand me, but like it's just my current environment is not a reflection of my inner. And I truly feel like it just be awkward as fuck, because it's something that I'm trying to get myself out of, and actually place myself in rooms with like-minded people and place myself in rooms around people who are like me. But it's getting hard because it's like sometimes I don't know where to go. Sometimes I don't understand what it is that I'm supposed to be doing. And I realize that the more that I stress on what it is that I'm supposed to be doing, I won't get to where I want to get. And I've learned to just fall back. But a part of me falling back and a part of me like sobering up and starting a new journey, like you're going to start to realize, you start to feel like me. I'm starting to feel things that I thought that I healed from. I'm starting to feel things that I thought that I moved on from, when in reality, I literally just moved on. Like I noticed a lot of shit that has affected me. I acknowledged it, but I just moved on. I didn't take the time to sit with those feelings and actually sit with it and allow myself to heal those things. I just kind of bypassed them. And I'm realizing that now everything is coming to me all at once, because I'm not just upset about my environment. I'm not just upset about like people. Like let me explain. I'm not just upset about like the people that I'm around. I'm not just upset about like what it is that I like. It's like I'm not upset when it comes to me, if that makes sense. Not at all. Like I'm not upset with who I am, because at the end of the day, I have worked so hard to be this version of myself, and I'm going to continue to work and can continue to create and do the things that I need to do. But I am upset with the exterior, and I guess we can't say environment, honestly, because I'm upset with how it's being reflected back to me, because I truly feel like in all aspects right now, my mind is everywhere. Like I'm thinking about career, even though that I do music and I do all the things that I do. Like I'm not only doing music, I do clothing, jewelry, canvas art. I am a book author, and I sell plates occasionally. You know what I'm saying? And with all of those things that I do, I thought that more would come from it, but I realized when you're building something like that, it takes a little minute because you're building something. And my goal is legacy. My goal is something that eventually I could just kick my feet up and kick back, and it's naturally still bringing in the passive. You know what I'm saying? That's the goals for everything. And it's like on top of me doing that, it's like I have nobody really around me who really understands what it is that I'm going through. Like, don't get me wrong, they hear what I'm going through and they like understand on their level, but it's like they're not understanding what it is that I'm needing. And it's just like I'm also at a point where it's like I be wanting to ask for help, but I'm in a point, like in an environment to where I can't really ask for help without it being thrown back at me. As well as like I'm sitting here trying to balance spiritual life as well as actually just living as a human. Not only that, I'm sitting here trying to make sure that I remain disciplined with the things that I need to do, like going to the gym, making sure that I feed myself, making sure that I eat, making sure that I remind myself that it is okay that I don't get things done. And I think the hardest part about it all is that I'm doing it alone. And I think when you do things like this alone, it gets really hard to like do the journey, and you be wanting to talk about your journey, but you realize that a lot of people are not going to understand your journey. They're not going to understand your thought process. They're not going to understand the way that you move all the way because they're not you. And because they're not you, they're not going to really know how to provide for you unless you either give them the guidance to, or you just run into people who are like you. And I'm at the point where I feel like I already tried the route of trying to teach people on what it is that I require, like, because I feel like I really just require the bare minimum and just somebody to really understand the depths of me. I don't want the surface level. I want the depths. And I feel like sometimes I unintentionally attract surface level people, and when I realize that they're surface level, they get cut off. Because just like I'm at a point in my life now where I'd rather be alone until I actually attract my soul tribe, until I actually attract the things that I want. But a part of being alone is that loneliness do be hitting. That loneliness does feel weird because when you're sitting with the self all the time, and a person like me, I'm naturally always isolated. Like, I don't really be having family like that. Like, I don't have much family that I could call up on right now. I don't have friends like that. I don't have a community around me. Like, I couldn't even tell you the last time that I actually went out with myself and had fun with my friends. Like, I think it was probably like last year. And I think because of that, it's starting to make me feel away, honestly, because it's just like, not only am I sitting here being so disciplined, sitting here working on the things that I want to work on, I'm bottling up a lot of things because I can't really talk about certain things because certain things come with certain things that like be like, I don't be wanting to hear that shit. Like, you ever like just know when you talk to somebody about something, it's just not going to go where it wants to go, like where it needs to go. It's just going to be like, or it's just going to be somebody telling you that, well, maybe you should go do this and see if this works for you. And it's just like, I'm so glad that that worked for you, but I've already taken that route. I've already tried those things and it's not working for me. It didn't work for me. It didn't make me feel good. It didn't make me feel satisfied. And of course, you're going to have times where you have to do things even though it doesn't feel good. Just like, for instance, you got bills to pay, so you had to go show up to that motherfucking job. Even though you do not like that motherfucking job, you got to show up to that motherfucking job. It's kind of like that. But at the same time, I also remind myself that it's just like, bruh, I am a human. I need help. I need community. I need people around me. And I think because my intuition is so strong and my discernment is so strong when I'm around people, I can just tell when you're not benefiting me and when you're not going to benefit me. And it's not even that I be trying to put that on people. It's not even that I be trying to like be like judgmental. Like, I'm not judging. I'm not even being like that. But those who know, if you really know, you really know that like when you feel something so strongly in your body, you're not wrong. Because oftentimes when you ignore that feeling, it comes out later and you're like, damn, I should have listened the first time that I fucking felt that feeling. Like, I'm done going against my body just to be around people, or I'm done going against my body just to be around temporary satisfaction. Like, I'm at a point where I no longer want temporary satisfaction. I want something that's longevity. I want something that I can carry and I can hold and it feels good to me. Like, of course, you're not always going to be satisfied. Of course, not every day is going to be the same. Of course, you're not always going to feel happy, and that is okay. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at the cycle of life. I'm not mad at none of that. But what triggers me is the fact of that I have done all these things for myself and I'm still waiting for the community. I'm still waiting to actually feel the support in a way that I can receive the support. Like, a lot of people don't be realizing that the way that you give sometimes is not the way that people receive. It's kind of like love language. You can love me in your own love language, but because I don't speak your language, it doesn't register for me. It doesn't do anything for me. And that's what I'm realizing. And it's just like, it's not even that I'm really just sitting here waiting. Like, I'm actually taking the steps to make sure that I'm put around people like that. And don't get me wrong, like, I am starting to attract people who really genuinely understand me and who really, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like, sometimes they don't be having the time. And it's just like, by the time they do have the time, I'm kind of already over it now. I kind of already didn't figured out what it is that I needed to figure out. So it's kind of like, thank you so much for coming through now, but girl, we good now. So shit, how your day going? What the fuck you got going on? Like, are you seeing what I'm saying? It's like, and I realized like I'm constantly just doing and healing myself, but when I really be needing somebody, like when I really be needing the community, when I really be needing to just vent and get it off my motherfucking chest, it's like motherfuckers will listen, but then they gotta go or some shit, or like some shit pop off, and I'm just like, oh my god, like I'm not mad at it, but I'm also like, damn, like, can somebody show up for me the way that I show up for other people? Like, when other people vent to me and shit like that, like, I literally listen, I give feedback, and we talk about the feedback that they received and how it makes them feel. Like, I'm just one of those people because I'm a depth person. I'm realizing that I'm such a depth and a deep soul that I can't just do the little fuck shit. I just can't do it. Like, it's just not me. Like, I need something that satisfies my soul. And that's exactly why I've been moving the way that I've been moving, because I want my soul to be satisfied. And I feel like a part of satisfying your soul, you have to choose the self. But a part of choosing the self, you have to sit with the self. And I think the hardest part of sitting with the self is like a person like me. I'm constantly always sitting with the self. I'm constantly always growing and improving every fucking day. And it's unintentional, but it's like I'm put in this boat because I feel every day. And with me sobering up and shit like that, like I feel way more now. I feel way more. Like all feelings are like extended, and they feel like stronger now because of the fact of I'm actually like, my heart chakra is really open, and then my throat chakra is actually open. Like before, I would really struggle to talk about shit like this. I wouldn't even fucking pick up the camera and even talk about something like this. But these are things that need to be fucking talked about. Like, why doesn't nobody talk about what it feels like to really grow and have spiritual growth in that isolation period, and what it feels like when you're isolated, and what it feels like when you don't have community and when you don't have support like that? Like, yes, I have people around me who do support me. I have people around me who are around, but I also have people who be around and I just distance myself from because it's not benefiting me. And it's just like, I'm noticing that. Like recently, I love everybody who is in my life. Like, shout out to everybody in my life, but y'all are not satisfying me. And that's an issue to me, because it's like I'm unsatisfied. And I know most people will be like, well, damn, what is it that you want? What I want is depth. I want somebody who really takes the time to check on me the same way that I check on other people. When I check on other people and I check on them, I'm like, yeah, how's life? They tell me, and I'm like, okay, so how is that going? How does that make you feel? Like, what's new? And when they tell me what's new, I'm like, oh shit, that's cool as fuck. Like, what made you want to start that? Like, how did you feel when you fuck with that? Like, you know what I'm saying? I like to know the depths behind it, because I don't know, my brain just moves like that. And it's just like, yes, not everybody's gonna fucking think like me. Not everybody's gonna move like me. I know those things, but I want people who are like me, so that I can finally be able to talk about the things that I want to talk about, so that I can finally be surrounded by people that I actually just feel connected to. Like recently, I've realized I have grown so much, and I have been in isolation so much, that now when I came back to the older people that I knew, or the people that I've been around, it's like we are no longer the same. We don't have much in common. And it's just like, that's when you know you've outgrown something. And I realized that I have outgrown my environment. Like when I say I have stretched the fuck out, it's like I'm a snake right now shedding my fucking skin. Like I have genuinely outgrown my environment. And it's like now genuinely I'm like at a point where it's just like, bro, I love my life. Like genuinely, like I love who I am, but I don't love the exterior. I'm actually quite pissed at it. I'm actually quite like, what the fuck? Because I know what I deserve, and I know what it is that I want. And it's just like every day I make the steps to get what it is that I want, but I'm not feeling it. Like I see the results of certain things. I see like what it is. And of course, that's why I'm learning to go into things with no expectations and just flow. But a part of me just flowing is also me just looking. Like I'm naturally an observer. I'm naturally going to analyze things. And that's just who I am. That's just genuinely who I am. And a part of me doing that, I'm starting to realize that like, baby, it's time to go. It's time to change. It's time to get the fuck. Like, but I'm at a point where it's just like, I know it's time to do those things, but I'm limited with resources. So how? Like sometimes I feel like if I had the community, if I had the real raw support, and if I had like the help, genuinely, I would do it. It would go way smoother for me. But because my pathway is different, and I chose this pathway for myself, and I chose to be different, I have to wait for different to arrive for me. And that's okay, but it does make me feel away. But I'm also going to end this message off with keep going despite these feelings. And it's making me emotional, y'all. Sorry. Do not give up, because you are seen. You are valued. You are loved, okay? And sorry. What it is that you seek, you will get it. You shall receive, and you are going to be everything and more. Like, it's just a right now. But I promise you, you are going to get through right now. You are going to get through right now, okay? I promise. I promise. I promise. Promise, Pinky. But yes, that is today's message. Thank you guys for tuning in so much. I love you guys so much. God loves you so much. And please stay blessed. Thank you for tuning in to 100% Lavish.